first executive orders that he is putting out is something he put into fucking being 30-something odd years ago.
Welcome to Pull the Pin Already, a place where average veterans come to share their opinions on the world we live in. We can't guarantee you're going to like our opinions,
but we promise we're going to enjoy giving them to you.
I'm Jim.
And I'm Mike.
And I'm Mike.
Is there an echo
Let's
in here?
pull the pin.
An echo? We may have to just call him Was.
Nah, we should. Hey, and I'm Mike. And I'm Mike. No relation. Remember that from was that Die Hard?
I know we look a lot alike, man. We look a lot alike.
I'm Agent Johnson. No relation. Classic Die Hard.
Yep.
All right, now we got past the tough part.
Yeah.
So what are we going to talk about, Mike?
Oh. Well, there's something that I think is near and dear to our hearts that happened today. Okay, I can't even fake it.
Probably yesterday by the time you're watching this.
Yeah, the inauguration there of our 46th president. And according to some people, we got about another 3 months.
We'll have a 47th president by the time this year ends.
Maybe by
the
time this episode's over.
Oh,
You're
God.
right.
This is going extreme, man.
Congratulations. Congratulations, the 47th president, the first black female president, Kamala Harris. Congratulations to her. I just want to say it just in case it happens.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, we
know
predicted it here on this show. It was the other Mike that predicted it.
Right.
Yeah. But did you watch it at all?
I couldn't stomach it even if I wanted to because I really, no, I didn't.
Why you say you couldn't stomach it?
Well, first of all, I don't really buy into it because it was already hyped. It's supposed to be. I mean, look at the security. They put all those soldiers there for what, right? So everybody's tuning in to what? Watch some assault on the inauguration, and then I even saw Biden put out a thing where they only were expecting to have like 2,000 people there anyway because they were trying to tell people not to come. Mm-hmm. So I already see what's happening. It's another one of those cover-ups to me. It's another one of those blowing smoke. So I wasn't even interested.
So are you saying that you don't think many people would have showed up anyway, or?
No, I don't think many people would have.
Oh, okay.
The thing I found interesting is because by the time this airs, there's going to be another order about freaking wearing masks and all this shit. The only person not wearing a mask was Joe Biden.
I really wish I could counter that, but I didn't see it. So
literally, I caught glimpses. So I'm at work. I work for a residential mental health facility for adults. Can't tell you where, but
so you're an expert on Biden.
No. So yeah, kind of. Anyway, I kind of know what I can see the. Never mind. I'm not even going to go into it. So
he reminds you of work.
No, well, so they were watching the inauguration at work.
Okay.
Right. Obviously, I'm doing work in the office. Well, and I kept going out and seeing it, but like I didn't sit there and pay attention to it. No. Why?
Why not though?
Because I never paid attention to any of the other ones. Why the fuck would this be any different?
I can't counter that, Mike. You
know what I mean? Like, why would this be any different? As a matter of fact, I think I hate this president more than any other president that has come. And here's why. Are you ready? One of the first executive orders that he is putting out is something he put into fucking being 30-something odd years ago.
Mm.
All right. He's talking about limiting what's that freaking word, man? I can't think of it right now. Wow, dude. Yeah, I got to be more specific because it's
Give us clues.
Not
This could be a fun
Not
game.
segregation. A sort of racism.
Oh, you mean like critical race theory?
No.
Oh, no.
You know, the whole term of sticking minorities in one section.
Affirmative action.
No.
Well, that is segregation.
Well,
Not necessarily but making it only affordable by a certain.
This is fun. If we had
Holy
some like
shit,
game,
dude! Like I can't even. Like I've been saying it.
No, you
for
can't
fucking
take that one,
ever,
Mike.
dude.
That's
Okay.
copyright.
you're right.
Oh my god, dude! I'm gonna flip out on myself.
Hey, when we pull the pin, he's gonna say, "I got it."
It'll be the same word we just said, right? Segregation.
Yeah.
So you want to think about it? Go ahead and research it there if you want, Mike.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Mr. James, why didn't you watch it?
Okay, you always say we always say we want to be genuine on the show. This is me personally. I can't listen to Biden, and I don't know what it is. And I'm gonna say this, and it's a bad comparison, but I think you'll get where I'm coming from. People used to always ask me, he's the number one guy on the talk radio, and you're so deep into politics, why can't you listen to Rush? I said, I just can't stomach the guy.
Right.
You know, and it's the same thing, being honest, with Biden. And I don't have to listen to him up there with his speech. I could still follow and see everything that he's got it now. But I could still follow and see everything that he's doing and judge accordingly.
Well, it's just sometimes it's like that. Certain people are like the nails on the chalkboard.
Yeah.
They don't even have to say anything even sometimes, and that could be related to some image or something. Even like Kamala Harris.
Mm.
You know, I don't think I'll ever look at her, whether she's the first black vice, but whatever you want to give her as an award, or that's great. But when I see her, I don't think of her as a vice president. I have those other thoughts that come to mind, and I'm just hearing wah 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 like the Charlie Brown, and I can't do it.
Well, I think one of the things you said much earlier show was how in the world can she go from calling this guy a racist to running side by side with him now?
But he is a racist.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, he is a racist. No. And I can.
It's a harsh accusation.
I can quote. It's not an accusation. It's a fact. I quote. Okay, 1977. Biden said integrating black students would turn schools into a jungle, a racial jungle. How is that not racist?
Well, I don't know what kind of jungles he's lived in, but maybe in his jungle, that's what they look like. I don't know. I can't speak for him.
But how is that not racist?
Did he just say
systemic racism is the word I was looking for, the phrase I was looking for. Systemic racism.
Oh shoot, man!
Damn, you were way off. I wasn't even going
with your clues, man.
Systemic racism.
We're not playing any of those games together.
Yeah. I was never good at Pictionary.
Apple? No, dude, that's the moon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Apple. Bed.
Yeah, I did that in one of the. Hey, Bill, Bill. If you remember, I did that in my terrible Fraggo, where he had the interview with Cardi B, and I was like, she didn't ask him any of those questions. It's like no one asked these type questions, like Mike was just talking about. If you look at the crime bill, and even before that, what he was talking about when he made that statement, I'm like, hey, why don't we just talk about it? Once again, get it out there, get it over with, And this is a case where he said it, would you say that was 1977?
1977.
Right? And how many years ago is that? And it's never been asked of him that I know of. Now, this is a case, remember how they always asked Trump within an 18-month time span? Everybody asked him, are you going to denounce it? Yeah.
Mike, it was like 18 minutes. I mean,
you have to denounce it at least 267 times in order for it to be officially denounced. I mean, that's just common courtesy.
Yeah, but my thing is, no one asked Biden these questions, so he can't stand on that same platform.
It's because he's not a Republican. I mean,
okay,
I get it. I I get it, Mike. You don't believe that this shit exists, but it really does. Okay.
He's speaking for you too, Mike.
Yeah, no,
Everybody
I'm
does
going
it.
to.
You're all
It's just-
speaking for a
it's
black man.
every time I talk about the whole Republican versus Democrat shit, you go, they both fucking play off of each other, and I get that. Fox is absolutely Republican. Every other news network is Democratic. You can't take any of them at face value. None of them.
Oh, Mike, I'm with you. Finally,
Okay.
somebody else.
So here's the thing, man. Here's the thing about that is the reason they're not asking these questions is because it's not Fox News asking these questions.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that.
Because they don't want to paint Biden in a bad light.
Right. Who?
Who let the dog out?
The rest of the Democratic.
Oh,
media,
yeah. No, I thought
They
you
don't
meant
want to
Fox
paint
News
Biden
doesn't
in a bad
want it.
light.
Yeah.
They're going to absolutely avoid those questions at all
Yeah.
costs, which is not the same for Trump. You got to think, you're talking like at least 3 to 4 major networks are Democratic, and then there's Fox, right?
Well,
So Trump had.
You're not talking about like on cable. You're talking about just regular
talking
ABC.
about like the
yeah.
5
Mainstream.
major news
Mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there are many more than just the 5 major news networks.
Right.
But the 5 major news networks, 4 of them are Democratic, 1 of them is Republican. Right?
I'll give you that. Yeah.
That's why Trump was getting asked those questions over and over and over again. Because if you're MSNBC and CNN asks that question, they're not going to listen to the answer for that because they want their guy to ask the question.
You're right. Yeah.
So Trump got the same questions over and over and over and over again. Yes, he got tired of answering them, but was that necessarily the right thing to not answer?
Let me ask you guys this, though. We kind of get the mainstream media. We understand. I think all of us in here agree that politics is politics and, that's what it is. But I'm worried about the people, the regular people. Like, Mike, how long did it take you to research that stuff?
About 5 seconds.
Right. So it's out there. It's like nobody can sit here and say, well, Biden didn't say that. Biden's not a racist. Like, I mean, they could. They could.
Yeah. You're right. They could.
But in the truth of it is if you went and look for it, you could find it. It's there. It's undeniably there. It's on video. It's him. You can argue whether you want to call it racist or not, but the comments he made are on video.
That's not the point.
Well, but
What's the point?
My question is,
the point is, Jim, if you sit there, if I'm a diehard Democrat, you sitting here pointing out what Mike just said about, hey, in 1977, Biden said this. What do you think about that? I'm not going to go research that.
I understand.
I'm not going to research it and let you know.
That's my question. That's my question is why, how can someone sit there knowing that information exists or knowing that it could exist and not looking at it, look you in the face and say, well, no, Trump is the racist. Like, how can they do that? They know conscience or?
I'm not going to say I would say their conscience is attached to a party. You can't, Mike just hit it, man. You can't paint your team or your person or that and let's call it what it is, that guy in a bad light. Because now you're going to put them on the same level as the other guy that you criticize, as the other guy that you gave the title, and since we're talking about racism here, of racist. That's what you're going to do. And no.
I mean,
dude.
His own vice president called him racist.
Okay, then what does that tell you about the people that follow him?
Exactly.
And if you don't like my quote from 1977, well, I'll tell you what. If you have a problem, figure out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black. That was just a few months ago.
Nah, that was last year. A few months ago was last year, Mike.
You got to be the first mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and a nice looking guy. I mean, that's a storybook, man.
Yeah, that's what he said about President Obama.
Did he say any of that in the inauguration? And I hate that word. Inaugurate. Oh my God! Can you say it for me?
We got you.
All right, thanks. Did he say any of that? Oh,
no.
Well, obviously nobody watched it, right?
No.
What was there? Was there a lot of now after 4 years? Now we need to unite. Was there a lot of that?
I did hear that. I think that was like towards the.
We need to come together now that we have our ways in place.
Yeah, I'm gonna even for those who don't support me, I'm gonna fight for you. I was like, really?
Right.
Did y'all hear that? Oh.
Yeah.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent.
I think we
These
understand
are
all
my
that.
quotes, man. I'm
That's
not
what
even
he
making
said.
these shit.
Mhm.
I'm not making this shit up.
No,
Oh,
Biden
man.
said all this.
Oh, I didn't hear that one. I never.
Yeah.
Wow. What year was that? Not that it matters.
I don't have a. I don't
Oh,
have
it
a
doesn't
year.
have. It doesn't
I
have.
don't have a year on
Okay.
these. This is like a list of shit that
Yeah.
he said. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Unlike the
whole
African
thing
American
is-
community, the notable exceptions, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredible diverse community with incredible diverse attitudes about different things. Unlike the African American community, the Latino community is an incredible diverse community with
Okay.
incredible diverse attitudes and different things.
Read that the reverse. Tell us what the African community is.
Right? The
Wow.
African American community is obviously not an incredible diverse community without incredible diverse attitudes.
And you're telling me 78 some odd million people voted for this guy.
Yep.
Some of them are 6 feet deep, so they haven't heard any of the stuff that he said.
No, you can't say that doing any of that.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
wrong.
I'm sorry.
They don't even bury people that deep anymore. It's 5.5 feet.
Right? They don't even bury them anymore. They just cross their name out and put them on a different list.
Yeah.
Registered. Okay. Deceased. Registered. Deceased.
Yeah.
Registered Democrat.
I mean, I think between the three of us, we probably have 7 minutes of the inauguration we watched.
Right. But we all knew what was going to happen. Though. Like I said, my whole thing was they already prepped it. I already knew this. I knew the game plan when they brought all those soldiers in, which was insane to me. Like they really thought like there was going to be some attack, and went one step further, thought the soldiers that they brought in were going to turn an attack on them. And then what happened? Nothing. They put out all these flags. They had this parade, and they have all these little people. So they know that the most popular president in the history of our country by votes didn't have the turnout. That's because of the threat and the COVID. So clearly, I already knew it was happening.
I think they would have had a turnout, though.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
I just think they would have.
And you know what? I kind of agree with Mike James here. And the reason why I'm saying this is because, when I was on the show before, I said this exact same thing. It's not about Biden. It's not all about Biden. A lot of it is against Trump.
Yeah.
Sure. I see that.
I think a huge majority of it is against Trump, not necessarily for Biden. But Biden's the only other option.
Well,
right? Because why would you vote third party? They're not going to win.
Well, let me ask you a question.
Hey.
They're not going to. I'm sorry, Mike James. They're not going to win.
But let me ask you a question though, because if the reverse was true, okay, let's say it was reversed. Let's say Trump won, right? And the Trump had threats against his life, or Antifa or whatever insert group here was going to attack the Capitol, not the White House, the Capitol. Do you think people wouldn't have shown up regardless of the threats?
Well, I think I think be honest with you, I think Trump would have done the same thing. No, Trump wouldn't have done that, but he would have been advised to do the same thing.
Right.
He would have been advised, but he wouldn't have told people not to come.
Right.
Look at the size of his rallies, man. Like he didn't tell people no. I mean, his whole thing was if it's safe to go out and protest, then it's safe to come to my rally.
Yeah, and like I think Rusty on another episode said this. I mean, he could have just done this in his basement with a green screen, and it probably would have been just as effective.
Yep.
So,
as effective as
this inauguration.
Oh no!
Like it wasn't even like there's nobody there. That's the moment.
Yeah, I got you. I'm
not a video.
Yeah.
I think it's the moment. The speech can be heard from anywhere.
But I think it would have been a lot more people there. Just from the historic impact of it all.
Yeah, maybe you're probably right.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we'll never know.
Yeah, we'll never know. Right? That's the truth of it. We will never know.
But I think I really think some. Jeez, it would have been some.
That's the Secret Service calling right now.
Yep. You better stop that, Mike. And we're talking Mike James, not the other guy.
Hey,
no,
man,
I think it would have been
stop
some
me from
security
quoting
measures in place.
Biden.
Yeah,
You know,
but moving forward, what do you guys see? Come on, we already know in the next 3 months, right? What do you guys see happening?
Impeachment.
Really?
I mean, a Biden.
I know, really.
Oh, okay. Then Trump and Biden. Maybe they'll do
Yeah.
like a joint impeachment.
Oh man, no, because then they would really have to come together on that, and that'll never happen.
no.
I don't
I'm
know,
telling
man.
you, man. I'm telling you.
And you know, my wife brought up a good point before she
What's
left.
that?
That she doesn't believe that Biden will be impeached until he's at least served 2 years. Reason being, Kamala Harris can rerun twice.
Mm.
If she served less than 2 years as the acting president, not the president-elect, then she can run 2 more terms.
Oh, because it's not considered a full term.
Correct.
Can she?
Right. Yeah.
Is that the law?
Mhm.
Is that it's just a maximum of 2 terms? It doesn't matter year.
A maximum of 2 terms. Yes.
Yeah. Because her first term is not going to be a full term, so it's not included.
Well, if that wasn't the plan, you probably just gave it to him, Mike. So now that changes all of our bets because that makes more sense to me.
Yeah. So the 3-month thing is out the window.
Yeah, darn it. That's okay though. Just the odds go up.
Yeah. So what do you guys think is going to happen in the midterm? I mean, he's already doing. I mean, he's taking a page out of what's his name's book, out of Trump's book with his first executive order, right? Trying to erase the last 4 years or correct the last 4 years. And I was like, wow, okay.
With executive order after executive order,
Yeah.
he's already halted the wall
pipeline. Oh,
Yeah.
the wall, the pipeline, all that. Yeah.
Yep.
He hasn't made his stance known on the pipeline yet, but apparently he's going to be calling Trudeau tomorrow to talk to him about it. So,
well, we knew this was going to happen.
End up happening. Yeah,
we knew this was going to happen. I mean, that's a president's thing. You know, you come in and you.
Yeah, I mean, this is no different. Like, I'm not gonna hound Biden on it when literally every president does it, man. Every president.
I don't remember Bush and Obama doing that.
Oh, Obama did it. Oh, Bush did
Really?
it. Absolutely.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying I don't remember them doing it. But being that you're saying that they all do it, I'll concede.
I mean, they all do it. So I'm never going to base my argument against a president that I don't necessarily agree with based on them undoing everything the last president does, because every fucking president does it.
Mm.
Well, the question though becomes this:
I can't, and I didn't get mad at him for that. So why am I going to get mad at Biden for it?
Right.
But the question becomes this though: are they undoing it to change the policy they don't agree with, or are they undoing it just to take away, like they were talking about, the legacy of Obama or the legacy of Trump? That's the difference. If you clearly are a different party,
I don't know if it's necessarily to. A lot of it has to do with the fact that the Democrats just don't stand for those policies, not necessarily that they're trying to undo the legacy of Trump. The legacy of Trump was undone by COVID-19, honestly, because the legacy of Trump was the economic climb we were in before this pandemic hit. That was the real legacy of Trump. Is the things that he put in place in order for us to climb economically are what was his legacy to begin with, and that was already outdone. And that was one of the reasons why I think that's one of the things that led to the downfall of his reelection.
Sure, but I'm talking about, like, who's this? The new Department of Homeland Security talking about the wall. Like, it's one thing they're stopping the progress of the wall, but there was talk that she hasn't considered it yet, but she will consider taking down the wall.
When that would be a complete waste of fucking taxpayers' money.
Exactly. So I mean,
think that would be suicide.
Yeah,
career suicide.
But she said it. I mean,
I got that.
Yeah, because now not only did taxpayers have to pay for that wall to come up, but now they got to pay for that wall to come down.
Right.
Because it doesn't cost nothing to bring that down. You know what I mean? Like,
right. I don't see that. I mean, a lot of times these people are just pandering, man, to that base, and so no way, no. I mean, but hey, they could surprise us.
Yeah, could be a lot of surprises coming.
Yeah.
But
So
I think as far as the agenda is concerned, I think that's very low on the agenda. Is taking that wall down. I think that, and if it is high on the agenda, then this presidency is just doing exactly what I thought they would do, and that's fuck everything up.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I think I have to agree with you on that. It's not even. I would say it's not even on their agenda. They stopped it. That's what they said they would do. Just leave it where it is.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you notice the common denominator of all this, right? The career politicians.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been in this all the time. All of this has just been their game of tennis back and forth.
That's it.
And Biden was part of that.
47 years, Jimbo.
47 years he's been part of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yet people
47
want
years,
that.
I'll say he is.
And they go, and he's going to bring real change. 47 years, he hasn't fucking done it. 8 years as a vice president, he hasn't fucking done it.
Well, it's different when you're president.
And if you
it's
think
different.
Biden is actually the president right now, then you're fucking dumb.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, really?
Well, no,
100%, dude. No, if you and this is one of the things that I wanted to talk about, because after Jim told me that I was going to come in here talking about the inauguration that I didn't fucking watch, I went and I watched the Speaker of the House, or not the Speaker, the what the fuck is the person that speaks to the president, to the media, whoever the fuck she is. I can't think of her fucking title right
correspondent, now. White House correspondent.
Yeah, the White House correspondent was up there, and he's like, and she's talking to them, and she goes, and President Biden decided that this, and I'm like, see, that's called a Freudian fucking slip, dude. It's Obama making these fucking calls. He just can't run another term, so he's like, yo, you should run, and I'll be president.
I'm surprised Biden didn't pick Obama as his running mate.
Because why? Why? Like, it would do no good to anyone. The vice presidency is really just kind of like a stopgap for these politicians that could maybe probably run, but you don't want them to look better than you. Does that make sense?
So pick the person who calls you a racist. They definitely won't look better than you.
Exactly.
I don't see why. I don't see. I mean, it worked. She's in. They're in. But I never saw that coming. I never saw that coming, man. Well, I never saw him going to her and asking her, and I definitely never saw her accepting.
Well, you knew that he was going to pick a black woman. You understand that, right?
Yeah, but the
literally only reason he picked her was because she's a black woman.
Well,
and I know that makes me sound racist as shit.
Yeah,
but
the racist part is to think there weren't other choices that were better. There were better black women you could have picked.
Absolutely, there are.
Yeah, but my thing was,
the problem is that most of them are Republican.
Oh my God.
Stacey Abrams wasn't, right? Not that she was better. Not that she was better. No. She still hasn't gotten over her last election, but we're not allowed to question that one either.
Why not?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
We could question because it was a Democrat loss.
Yeah.
See, I'm just wondering though. Here's what I'm wondering. After Biden is out of office, is Bernie Sanders ever going to run for the Democratic?
No.
Ever again? Because they fucked him twice.
No.
I mean, they already fucked him twice. First with Clinton, then with Biden. You know what I mean?
You mean Hillary, right?
Yeah, Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary, Clinton.
Mm-hmm.
First Clinton. I
Yeah.
use last
Same crime family.
Yeah. Just saying.
But no, it's I agree with you, but I don't see him getting on the ticket again.
I think he will. If he wants to, he will get on the ticket. If he wanted to, and if he survives the next 2 years, do you see how he looks right now?
Yeah, that's why
he looks like the Crypt Keeper right now.
Yeah,
but,
that's why I said that, because if you really look at it with if what you guys say is true, like let's say after about 2 years, Kamala comes on and she's the president, maybe she'll select him as vice president.
I honestly think that I honestly think Bernie Sanders is done. He's going to go independent. If he runs again, he's going to go independent. There's no way he goes on the Democratic Party again after they've fucked him twice.
Or maybe he's just there for that.
To get fucked?
Yeah. I mean, he's got a ride. He's not losing anything. He's still there, right? He's still making his money.
Yeah, wasn't he just appointed? It's what did he just gave him a position? Didn't he? Biden? He just gave Sanders a position.
I mean,
Yeah.
but think about it. How many times can you get up there and complain about millionaires and billionaires, and then all of a sudden you become a millionaire, and it's all those billionaires? You know what I mean?
No, it's not. He's not all of a suddenly going to become a millionaire. He's already a millionaire.
He is. That's what I said.
Yeah.
And then he stopped talking about millionaires.
Mm.
Oh, I mean, and we don't want to say that these politicians are corrupt, but they're making millions and billions of dollars while in office.
See, but my whole thing is no one talks about that.
No.
All I hear is just, Mike saying this about Republicans, this Mike saying this about Democrats. You know what I mean?
You know who did say that?
Who's that?
Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Trump said that about Hillary.
Yeah.
And it was swept under the fucking rug.
I just don't know how.
Yeah, but it's not enough people talking about it. You know what I mean?
Nobody wants to talk about it. Nobody wants to get suicided.
Yeah, but I'm not even talking about politicians. I'm talking about just us.
Yeah, but how? You know? Like Nancy Pelosi went on talking about ice cream in her $6,000 refrigerator and all these ice creams. Like, how do people not say, "Oh, wow, what a successful woman. She made it." What? All that? That's our money that's paying her. For what?
Our money pays for all of them.
Right. And what is their gift?
And they
and how many times a year do they meet?
Mm.
Do you know the answer to that?
Doom, doom. Oh, I can't do that. No, what's the answer?
I think they meet somewhere between 30 and 36 times a year.
Wow.
Yeah, so in essence, they work for about a month or two.
They are less than part-time.
And what do they get? 200 and some odd thousand?
Like a quarter million dollars.
Yeah, but Mike, now you got to remember that's the way it was originally designed because they're supposed to have another job.
Right.
That's not supposed to be a full-time job.
So
you know what I mean?
So that's the question. This is what we really need to get out there. This is what we need to start pushing. How do we change that crap? Because the people that are the problem are the ones that make the laws. So how do we get people angry enough to get term limits, to stop paying these crooks, to stop abusing our money? How do we get that? I thought Trump was our best chance at that because he didn't need our money. He didn't like the establishment.
He was forced to take the money. He was forced to take the money.
That's not going to happen.
But what he did was he donated it all to charity. So we talked about something in the war room that I was just on, right? Shameless plug to one of your other episodes. We talked about something in the war room that was just on, and I didn't think about this until afterwards because you were talking about Trump going bankrupt after this presidency, and I disagreed with you. Another reason I disagree with you is because of the tax write-offs he's getting for donating his presidential paycheck. Do you understand the tax write-offs that he's going to get for that shit? It's a lot in tax write-offs.
You can push the narrative, Jim, but Trump can't push that narrative. Hell, Biden can't even do it because
we don't need Trump to do it. We need Trump.
I'm just saying politicians can't do it.
Right. We need somebody to unite the people to get the people angry enough. But this establishment's way too good at divide and conquer. They're way too good at it.
I agree.
They've been doing it for way too long. They know how to do it. All they got to do is bring up words like racism, and now you can pit races together. I mean, how many times did you hear him calling, Republicans or Trump or conservatives all like Nazis and things, and now they get in office and they're acting like a bunch of fascists. Exactly what Antifa is supposed to be against, they're doing it. I mean, it's insane, and people are just like, oh, it's crazy.
They're eating it up.
You don't got to be intelligent to see it either. That's what bothers me.
Okay.
Mike James.
When you speak from a certain platform, right? If I'm a Biden supporter and I speak, the people on the right, that's all they see. Oh, he's left wing, so anything I say it has no value. It gets discredited just because of my party affiliation. So when people stop riding with these lesser of two evil parties, that's when you'll start to see change. And I'm not even saying third party. I'm not pushing that. But as long as you are a Republican or you are a Democrat, Pete, the other side is not going to listen to you. It's not. They're not.
See, I thought we were getting somewhere with this whole ranked choice voting thing. I voted for ranked choice voting, and the reason being is to give the third party a possible chance. Now, here's why. Why do a lot of people not vote third party, Mike James?
Because they waste their vote.
Because they believe it's a waste of vote.
Right? I thought he said Mike James.
Well, yeah, but Mike does vote third party because he believes in his standard. He believes in just staying true.
And I understand that.
So you're saying why
I
do
understand
people
that.
not?
What I'm saying is that why aren't more people like Mike James and vote third party?
Right.
Okay, because I'm seeing a lot of these third party things, and I'm like, okay, I could get with that. I could actually get with those policies. Little bit of Democrat, little bit of Republican policies, some of the better ones mixed together. They're kind of I could get with that. I could. Jo Jorgensen. You know, she had some policies that I really like, but like any other politician, there were some that I didn't like. But I can take the good with the bad, right? To get a good mix. The problem is that I know Jo Jorgensen is not going to get enough votes. 100% know that. There is no possibility of her getting enough votes. Now, with ranked choice voting, maybe there is. Because if I vote Jo Jorgensen as my first vote, and then let's say I vote Trump as my second vote, I know my vote's not going to go to waste. Because if Jo Jorgensen doesn't end up getting enough, my vote's going to go to Trump.
Right. But who approves that? Is that go to vote for the people to vote on? Or does that have to be passed by Congress?
It has to be passed. Well, it was put in the vote for... It's been put in the vote for a lot of different states. I know Maine was doing it before I left Maine. And Massachusetts was doing it this last election cycle. It didn't pass in Massachusetts. I don't think it passed in Maine either. But it's something to consider.
Yeah. I wonder why it didn't pass.
It didn't pass because everybody thinks that a vote for the third
They
party
don't understand it, probably.
goes against their party, whether you're Democrat or Republican. It goes against their party.
You know what I learned just this past election is that more people had a write-in vote for the president than voted third party.
That's not surprising.
Damn shame.
Yeah. That's not surprising. Well, back to you.
No, I mean, what they're saying, what the message I get from that is, I don't like the Republican choice. I don't like the Democratic choice. So I'm just going to write. So they don't know anyone else. That's what I get from that.
Yeah, but it could be they don't know anyone else. They probably don't even know who they're voting for. They just know what the media tells them.
No, a lot of people, they wrote in Bernie Sanders. Yeah.
Oh, and I just want to clear the record here, Mike.
And Kanye West still got more votes than Bernie Sanders.
Mike James, I took your answer because it was the only question on here I knew the answer to, so I had to jump on that.
Oh, that was like 3 minutes ago. Okay.
Well, I tried to get in, but the other Mike, he does like to talk, so I can't just cut him off all the time. Although I
like it when Mike talks because you know he's on the right, but he's not jumping off that cliff like some people I know.
No, I mean like I've told you guys before, there are some Democratic policies that I do agree with. I'm not just gonna say I'm a Republican, so I only go for Republican things. No, I mean you gotta take. I lean more Republican because of how it affects my family. All right. And honestly, that's why I'm saying I don't understand how a lot of veterans or any veteran really, and I haven't met many, that vote Democrat. Democrat don't give a shit about veterans or active duty military. Never have. Never have. But that's my family. Myself, my wife, we're both veterans, right? I've seen a 2.7% increase in my fucking VA benefits under every year at least under Trump. You know what I got under Obama? 0.1. Consistently. Actually, there was one. There was a 0.3.
No, it was 1.1.
Nah.
He hides the other one. Don't tell the wife. You might watch this.
right?
No, baby, really, it was 0.1.
And everybody wanted to get on Trump. Everybody wanted to get on Trump on that one time that he didn't sign the policy, and it's because there were some things written in it that he didn't agree with. Like, and I'm not talking the policy, I'm talking the budget, the national budget, right? So that affects especially active duty military members, right? Because I went through this 3 times under Obama, but they gave Trump a whole bunch of shit about it, and I understand why, and we'll talk about that in a second. 3 times I went into this on Obama, where I literally just sat there in my shop, not able to do a goddamn thing. Why? Because we didn't have money for parts, right? So I can't do any work, but I have to still show up to work. And I don't get paid to show up to work. But if I don't show up to work, I get NJP'd.
Using acronyms?
Non-judicial punishment.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Just want to make sure everybody out there who doesn't know what you're talking about. Yeah, I knew. Of course, I knew what that meant.
Yeah.
It's essentially a court within the military that you can also be punished in civilian court for, but probably not for not showing up.
Oh, so some military police guys should know about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I figured
Most
too.
likely.
Yeah.
We never called it in.
No.
What,
non-judicial punishment?
NCO?
Yeah, that does sound familiar. Non-judicial punishment.
Yeah.
I've heard the words. I just never used the acronym.
Yeah, never. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, we also, the big chicken dinner. There's another one. Something nobody ever wants to get in the military.
Oh yeah, I know what that is.
Yeah, bad conduct discharge. Yeah, for those who don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Everything's an acronym. Anyway, so we're kind of pushing this one far, so I don't want to.
I don't give a shit. Let me talk.
We got a whole another episode we can shoot, so you don't have to keep talking. And just because you're exciting doesn't mean people want to listen to you for an hour and a half.
Yeah, they do. Get out of here. People love me.
So why don't we transition into our favorite part of our episode? Just pull the pin already. Something we just just want to. I don't know. Whatever. I'm tired of explaining it. Who wants to go first?
That's not good, Jim.
No, it's not good at all. If I'm getting lost and fumbling over our favorite and only episode, I can't even talk now. Segment, then obviously it's really not that exciting. So we're just going to pull the pin anyway on something.
I'll go first.
Oh,
go for it.
In reference to this historic day that we were just talking about at the beginning of the show, before we just left that in the wind because nobody watched it. But I want to pull the pin on a certain segment of our population, because this is something that's near and dear to my heart, guys. All right. But all of these diehard title holders being Republicans and Democrats, it's amazing to me how, and I said this back with Bush, I said it with Obama, I said it with Trump, and I'm going to say it again with Biden. It's amazing how they cannot wake up in the morning without somebody saying something bad about them. They can't do anything right to that other side. And there's no way in the world you're going to get me to believe that people in this country are just that wrapped up around their party. But that was about a year ago. In this last year, I get it. That's why I say, not the politicians, but all of these diehard supporters, they can figure it out. If I had enough land and the means, I would take them all, put them on an island, and have them discuss it. And then when they figure it out, they call me and say, okay, we got it. We're ready to leave. And then I would just press that button and nuke the island, because I know they're lying.
So that sounds like re-education camps. Ooh,
yeah.
That might be a possibility coming here soon.
And when they say they got it, I'm telling you, I would nuke it. Let's start all over. I just can't stand them. I can't stand the fact that there's nothing President Trump did that anyone on the left can agree with. There's I can't say anything about Biden. He only have like a couple hours, but there's nothing President Obama did that anyone on the right, those diehard, they can agree with. You know what I mean? And I can't stand it. And that right there is a serious hindrance for us moving forward in this country. to be a better country.
You're talking about the people, right? Because we know the politicians can agree.
Right. That's why I said leave the politicians out. I'm talking about those diehard supporters.
Politicians agree. They just don't announce it because that would make them look bad. So they'll do something different to make it look like it's their idea.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's my pull the pin.
That's good. Yep. So if that's you out there and you get a free ticket to an island, don't go. You got something, Mike, there? Or you want me to go?
Yeah, I got something. And it's something we kind of touched upon that nobody talks about, according to Mike James. I want to pull the pin on these secretive deals by career politicians that make them rich. I want public knowledge on every one of their dealings. I want to be able to see the financial records of every single one of these politicians. You opened yourself up to public office. You serve me. You serve the American people. We should know what you're doing for the American people, not just for yourself. But if you're doing stuff for yourself, I should know about that too.
Yeah. I think we all agree on that because I think we can also understand there are opportunities that they get that we will never be privy to. So we can't totally fault them because they happen to make a connection with a business person that we would never be privy to, but that should be public. Yeah. So I guess
full transparency.
Yeah, which we were promised, right? Weren't we promised transparency a couple times?
What?
I could have sworn I was in a couple of presidential runs.
Hey, remember when that Tea Party? They said if you bring a bill to the floor, you have to show us in the Constitution. You know? Yeah, never happened.
No. We still got to sign them without reading them because we did that 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Right. And they're 500 pages. But all right, I'm going to take this way off the board because you guys are way too harsh on people in the government. So I'm going to go on business. I am going to go on business because you're talking about deception. This has been bothering me for a very, 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 very long time.
Near and dear to your heart.
Very, very long time. So I don't know about you guys, but you get those flyers in the mail, right? They have these coupons. And there's a certain company that has to deal with bedrooms and bathrooms and beyond, I guess, who sends you this discount, right? And I can't tell you how many of these I get. So there's probably like 50,000 of them in my glove box thinking I'm going to go there one day. But I sat there and I thought to myself, so if every time I go there and I get a 20% discount, why the hell does it cost that much to begin with? Why can't you just reduce all the price for 20 cents and stop sending out flyers? Like, are you really kidding me? Like, is it really like the business model? Send them a flyer, I'll get them in the store. No, it just consumes the space in my glove box. And I know for a fact when I go there, even if I don't have a coupon, hey, anybody got a coupon? Oh, or the register. Oh, yeah, I got one here. Why even mark the prices down and tell people lower prices? Come on in. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? I'm done with them. And if anybody wants any, just let me know. I'll give you some of my coupons.
I'm going to venture to say that the ones on the bottom are probably expired.
But they'll take them anyway.
Oh, just damn. Okay.
They'll take them. That's what I'm talking about. They'll still take them. It's insane.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways.
I can actually, sorry, give me 1 second. The reason they do the coupons is to fuck their competitors. A lot of competitors will say, we'll take competitors' coupons. So you got that 20% off, right? The competitors already got a lower price. Now they're fucked out of even more money. Now that's probably cutting into their budget.
It's a good outside the box angle.
Yeah.
I have to think about that more, but I still don't like them because they're still filling up my glove box and I still don't go to the store. So that is all the time we have for this episode. We thank you for joining us. We hope you come back next time. And until then, Godspeed.
Hey, and pull the pin.
Thanks for joining us here at Pull the Pin Already. We hope you had as much fun as we did. If you like what we do, go ahead and hit that like button and share this video with a friend. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. But most importantly, leave a comment below. Let us know if you agree or disagree with our opinions. Hope to see you here next time on Pull the Pin Already.